That also means Emmitt Smith. And you see here, he hasn't made the Pro Bowl this year for the first time in his 7-year career. Quarterback Troy Aikman told us that he responds the best when he's challenged. He's been challenged. In fact, his line, where 4 of them made the Pro Bowl, think he's been insulted by not making the Pro Bowl.
All right, and Sam, the Patriots come in averaging 28 points a game to lead of the NFL, and Drew Bledsoe is having a career season.
And today he'll face what he thinks is the best defensive backfield that they faced all year long because of this guy right here, Deion Sanders. He's an intimidator. You know, there are a lot of teams that are afraid of him and just don't go. But they've got speed, and Sean Jefferson and Terry Glenn expect them to go and challenge this guy, not only play after play, but to challenge him deep.
All right, so coming up, it's the Patriots and the Cowboys from Dallas. We'll be back with the opening kickoff in a moment.
1891. Siemens creates apprentice programs to give people the unique skills to build the world's finest precision technology. That was then. This is now. Today in America, Siemens' new training programs prepare a high-tech workforce to handle today's most advanced technologies, like high-quality automation systems to help American industry meet the challenge of the 21st century. Siemens, precision thinking.
Why do I rent from Enterprise? Very simple. No stress.
We'll be happy to
They arranged to pick me up free, so I don't have to ask anyone for a ride. See? No stress.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
In a moment, the sun rises. In a moment, your best friend gets married. The times of our lives happen in a moment, and more people keep track of these moments with a watch made by Citizen. Citizen, how the world tells time.
Well, this is only the 7th time the Cowboys and Patriots have met. Dallas won the previous 6. The last time they played was back in '87 in Foxborough, and Dallas won that game in overtime. Back deep for the Cowboys, Herschel Walker and Kevin Williams. And here's Adam Vinatieri with the kick. And it's played by Kevin Williams. So Williams with the return for 17. Right here, let's check in with John Dockery. John?
Thank you, Marv. In a game of such magnitude with title implications for the Patriots, it's amazing one of the main topics of conversation was shoes. They bought 3 and 4 pairs out, the Patriots did, to try to decide which is the best pair. What they're concerned about is there's wet spots in the field, there's slippage, and they finally decided on this shoe, which has a little longer cone-shaped cleat, for better grab. But it's amazing. Is it a distraction to the Patriots or just attention to detail? We'll find out, Marv.
All right, thank you, John, covering all aspects of today's game as the Cowboys start out from their 17-yard line. Aikman off the punt, going deep. Michael Irvin, the intended receiver, covered by Ty Law as we check out the Dallas offensive line, and 4 members of the offensive line making it to the Pro Bowl. One of the outstanding power offensive line. Aikman, the quarterback, he goes to his 6th Pro Bowl. Emmitt Smith, Darrell Moose Johnston are the running backs. Kevin Williams, Michael Irvin, and Eric Bjornsson are the receivers. Bjornsson is playing with 2 injured ankles in a 2nd down and 10 at the 17-yard line. And it is completed to Irvin, right at the marker, covered by Law. And it is a Cowboy first down. Defensively, the Patriots with Collins, Wheeler, who's played well, Sangapulatelli, and McGinnis. McGinnis leading New England with 8.5 sacks. Sabb, Johnson, and Collins, the linebackers. Ted Johnson, the Patriots' leading tackler. Law and Smith at the corners. Otis Smith starting again for Ricky Reynolds, and Malloy and Clay are the deep men in the secondary. First down at the 28-yard line, and here is Emmitt Smith heading across the 30, where he's met by Johnson.
A couple of things are apparent early here. Ty Law looks like he's going anywhere Michael Irvin is going. He's covering him one-on-one. And when Ty J. Armstrong, number 81, comes into the ball game, high tendency towards the run versus the pass.
Yeah, I'll tell you the key, really, as far as I'm concerned for Dallas, though, Sam, is they have got to get that big offensive line going. I don't think all 4 of those guys deserve to go to the Pro Bowl, but they've all got to play like it for Emmitt today.
Well, you have to wonder when you see 4 guys making it to the Pro Bowl and the offense lagging in every category. But here's Emmitt Smith out to the 35-yard line. Stopped by Ted Johnson.
You know, right there, Emmitt Smith. You watch Emmitt Smith run today, guys. I mean, the one thing that's missing for him is what I would call it missability. He doesn't have that make guys miss type thing because of the ankle. He's a lot more evident when he's on grass, but on this AstroTurf, he's more of a power runner now because he can't avoid the guys coming in at him.
Sam, like yourself, Randy coining phrases here in the early going.
I can trump that. I'll get you later.
Missability. It's a 3rd and 3 at the 35-yard line. And Aikman under pressure taken down. That's a rare sack of Troy Aikman. Dwayne Sabb coming up with his first sack of the season.
There's a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They had that time T.J. Armstrong, normally a running situation up here. He's going to go out for a pass. And coming down, here comes the blitz from the outside. Straight pushback right up the middle. Good pressure coming straight up the chute, though. No room for Troy Aikman on that one.
Great power move by Willie McGinnis there, yep. Sam. He would put this offensive tackle right in Troy's face.
All right, here's John Jett punting to Pro Bowler Dave Meggett. Takes at the 30. And Meggett running into a storm at the 35, led by Jim Schwantz, another Pro Bowler. 42-yard punt, 5-yard return.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season.
It's one of the most comfortable cars I've ever driven.
People love talking about Ford Taurus.
It's fun to drive. It really is. With Taurus, you fit in no matter what size you are.
I'm big.
I'm surprised by how much room there is inside it.
Everybody in my family is big.
Just turn the wheel a fraction of an inch. The car responds.
There's a lot more room.
It's designed so I don't have to search for anything. The seats feel like they wrap around you.
It's a state-of-the-art car.
Ford Taurus, the best-selling car in America, starting at $18,545.
This car is a pleasure to drive.
I have fun.
This is for Mr. Blanchard, who told me to make something of myself. For Miss Miller, who never let me settle for a C. For my parents, who believe in my dreams. For myself, for my future. Be all that you can be.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, who reminds you fresh beer tastes better. By Staples, the office superstore. By Old Spice High Endurance Deodorant for long-lasting odor protection. Now you've got proof, not promises. And by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Back in Dallas, the New England Patriots to the offense for the first time. It's a matchup of the highest scoring team and the #1 ranked defense in the Dallas Cowboys. New England from its 35-yard line. Curtis Martin cut off. Try to cut back the other one. What a move by Curtis Martin. First to the left, it looked like the Cowboys had him, and it ends up as a 21-yard run. Finally, the strong safety, Darren Woodson, made the stop.
The first thing that happened here is Deion Sanders tries to make a shoulder tackle without wrapping it up. Curtis Martin, you see a right bang, there it is. He doesn't wrap him up, and then Curtis Martin reverses his field.
You know, Sam, it's December. How often in December do you see fundamentals go straight into the toilet? Guys aren't wrapping up. They're not finishing blocks, and we see it right off the get-go at the beginning.
You're looking at a lot of natural ability in Deion Sanders, and sometimes the fundamentals are lacking.
So New England with a first down at the Dallas 44, and Bledsoe to throw. And complete. Terry Glenn covered by the free free safety, George Teague. It's another Patriot first down. That's good for 19.
Glenn is going to be in motion a lot. Here he comes right now. He's going to go in motion, and he's coming up and to the corner. The clear out down at the bottom is just to give him room underneath. They're going to challenge him deep today. You can see it.
Well, you know what they're going to do a lot, too, is move Terry Glenn around and try to get those matchups. You make the point a lot, Sam. It's a game of matchups. They want him matched up on a safety or a third or fourth cornerback.
Well, the Patriots 2 plays, and they picked up 40 yards. First down at the Cowboy 25. And Bledsoe blooping one to the end zone. Deion Sanders had a shot at it. Double coverage on Terry Glenn.
Terry Glenn actually saves the interception right here because he just bumps Deion right at the very end. Inside release, pressure on the quarterback. He has to just put it up. Is there holding right there or what?
Well, that's big time hold time. But yeah, it's all set up by the fact that Bledsoe had to put that weather balloon up there because of the rush from the Cowboys. They were all over him. They brought an all-out 3-man blitz along with that 4 defensive linemen.
And you mentioned earlier, Sam, that the Patriots might try to go deep with Glenn or Jefferson on Sanders. That was the first opportunity off the play fake. Pass intended for Glenn, covered by the weak side linebacker, Darren Smith. Let's check out the Patriots, that offensive line, including Pro Bowler Bruce Armstrong for the 5th time in his career. Roberts, Woolabaugh, Rucci, and Lane. Curtis Martin, Keith Byers are the running backs. Byers taking over as the starting fullback from the injured Sam Gash. Jefferson, Glenn, and Coates, an outstanding group of receivers. And now Vincent Brisby has checked in along with Troy Brown for this 3rd and 10. But it's a handoff for Dave Meggett, crossing the Cowboys up. Charlie Williams made the stop, and it is another Patriot first down.
Yeah, this is the important thing for Bill Parcells' offense. You saw the first run go outside, and the pursuit got to him. Don't run outside on the speed of this defense. Go right at him. A great draw call, but I mean, more importantly, it's inside. That's where you attack the Cowboys.
Now Jefferson is to the left. Glenn is to the right. Coates in motion. First down at the 15. Martin. Well, Curtis Martin trying the middle, met by the combination of Tony Tolbert and Chad Hennings up front for the Cowboys. Tolbert with a career-high 12 sacks, having a terrific season, making the Pro Bowl for the first time. The linebackers, Godfrey, the rookie from Georgia, who's played well given a game ball last week, Strickland and Darren Smith. And that secondary called by the Patriots the best they have faced all season. Second down and 8. And Bledsoe throwing for the end zone. It is incomplete, but a penalty marker is down. Terry Glenn covered by the left corner, Kevin Smith.
And Kevin Smith got a little too cute that time. He tried to intimidate Terry Glenn right before the snap, jumped out at him, crossed into the neutral zone. The official got him.
Referee is Jerry Austin.
Offsides, number 26 of the defense. 5 yards, repeat second down.
Well, that's the left corner, Kevin Smith.
You know, what he's doing, Marv, is he's trying to be a Deion. You know, Deion gets in that crouch and he lurches right at the guy. And look at him. He goes to that body position. They catch him offsides. You know, you got to be a little bit nervous if you're Dallas. This is the #1 red zone team in the NFL. I mean, when they get down here, they score touchdowns.
Second down and 3 from the 8. Off the pick, Martin following his blocker, could not make the turn. A flag is thrown once again as he's run out by George Teague. It's kind of an unusual situation. The Patriots lead the NFL in drawing opposition penalties. Why would that be?
You know, the league average is about 93, 94 penalties so far this season. The Patriots' opponents have 103.
Offside, number 59 of the defense. Half a distance to the goal. First down.
Have 123 penalties against the Patriots. This exact same thing. They're right up here. You're going to see a jump. Excuse me, right down here at the bottom. Right here it is. Jumps across, trying to anticipate the snap count. Sometimes the snap count is on rhythm. Sometimes it's on the early movement by the quarterback. They're just trying to be intimidating here.
A lot of it, Marv, is nerves. I mean, you're facing a team with a lot of offensive talent, and guys just want to get that extra little jump.
It is a 1st and goal at the 4. Play action, and Bledsoe's pass incomplete, intended for Byers, covered by Godfrey.
Hey, Tony Tolbert was right in his face, too, trying to throw that. I mean, he had that pass. But Tolbert's the reason Bill Parcells' quarterback couldn't complete that pass.
This is the 8th play of the drive coming up. It is very clear coming into today's game, if the Patriots win, they clinch the AFC East. If the Cowboys win, they clinch the NFC East. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. Bledsoe with the long look, firing, intended for Glenn, covered by Kevin Smith.
Bringing Big Coast into short motion a little bit. 3rd down now. Decision time for Bill. Does he go with that little run that they were successful on the previous 3rd and long situation? Of course, they haven't got as much room now. There are going to be more people closer to the ball.
Well, he's spent an awful lot of time concentrating on the flanks of Barry Switzer's defense. You got to wonder in this situation, in the red zone, near the goal line, where's Ben Coates? You better keep track of him.
And Bledsoe only 1 of 5 here at the start, looking at a 3rd and goal at the 4. Looking end zone. It is almost intercepted. It went through the hands of Coates, and the free safety, George Teague, had a shot at it. But now the Patriots will have to settle for the 3.
Hey, just watch the end of this thing. I mean, it's a circus attempt, and that's because of the good defense. Pressure on Bledsoe. And Sam, I don't know what you think, but I don't think you beat Dallas in Dallas getting these kinds of opportunities and kicking field goals.
Well, that's right. You're going to go for those. Now, on 3rd down, of course, you're going to be going for it. But they went to the key guy. You called it ahead of it. They went to the big tight end.
Our 22-yard attempt by Adam Vinatieri, who has been on fire after the slow start. So the Patriots with a 3-0 lead. 9:14 remaining in the 1st.
Come on, honey, let's open the presents.
Why are we doing this so early?
Early? It's Tyler's first real holiday. Here, this one's from Daddy. Look, Tyler, it's a Sharp organizer. It's got a PC link, an expense function, and I got it at a great price from Staples.
You got him an electronic organizer.
See, he loves it.
For Sharp organizers and 7,000 other great gifts at a guaranteed low price, it's Staples. Yeah, we've got that.
You know how 1 dog ear equals 7 human ones? Well, computers are like that compared to other machines. A 7-year-old airplane is younger than a 1-year-old server. It makes buying decisions tough. It turns systems into orphans way too soon. Computer people ought to be sensitive to that. No matter how great the new stuff is, they should work with, even optimize their old stuff. Digital does it. Everybody should.
Digital. Whatever it takes.
What now? You're using the wrong tool.
Ford F-Series with the world's only standard 3rd door. And available new 5.4-liter Triton V8 for even more torque and horsepower.
Now you got all your holes dug, huh?
The new Ford F-Series, built Ford tough.
This is the NFL on NBC.
21-yard field goal by Adam Vinatieri, and the New England Patriots with a 3-0 lead on the Dallas Cowboys. Herschel Walker, Kevin Williams are back deep. And here's Herschel Walker, who is a major concern, according to Bill Parcells. And once again, the Patriots, who have played very well on special teams, doing the job on Herschel. An 18-yard return. Scooter Magruder on the tackle.
A moment ago on 3rd down, here's the tip. The blitz is coming when you've got 2 defenders lined up over 1 receiver. The motion comes across. Now here comes the blitz from the both slot cover people. A lot of pressure. Quick throw by the quarterback. Man-to-man behind it. Incomplete.
And also, Sam, 1st and goal on the 4-yard line and no run.
That's stopping the best scoring team in the NFL.
Cowboys first down from the 27-yard line. To the offense for the second time as Aikman's pass is picked off, intercepted by Ty Law. It was intended for Michael Irvin, so Ty Law, who last week picked one off against the New York Jets for his first career touchdown as he ran it in. A guy who's been battling a sprained knee, made his return 2 weeks ago in San Diego, and Law with the intercept to get the ball back for the Patriots.
Well, who wants this one more? You know, Irvin's really been taking the team on his shoulders, especially last week, but look at this. Ty Law kind of out-Michaels Michael.
He doesn't, and really after the interception, it looked like Michael Irvin didn't know what happened. He almost turned and looked to the Patriots sideline as if they were yelling something. Watch his head right here. He just turns like, what's going on?
Well, he's so used to those precise Aikman throws exactly where they're supposed to be.
So the Patriots from the 30-yard line. Martin on a slant, picking up short yardage, stopped by the middle linebacker Fred Strickland with help from Randall Godfrey.
You know, part of the intimidation that the Dallas Cowboys like to portray sometimes works against us. A team comes in here that they haven't seen before from the AFC. They're the world champions. Yet it's a slow start. You're not taking them totally for granted, but you're not quite as intense as you need to be.
Well, the best way to stop a strut is to smack it in the face. And they're doing a pretty good job of smacking right now for New England.
Second down and 7. The swing. Martin gets inside the 25-yard line. Still short of the first down by about 4 yards. Darren Smith and Kevin Smith combined to make the tackle.
Sam, how about the pass here? Where's he expecting this ball? Where's Irvin want this ball? Which number?
He wants it all the way to the outside. Those numbers are 12 yards from the sideline. They measure their timing throws from that. He wants it right on the sideline. The ball was really a little behind him.
Yeah, he looks very shocked. It wasn't that he wasn't trying to get it. It's just, hey, it wasn't where Troy usually puts it, on the outside 8.
Third and 4 at the Dallas 24-yard line. Again, the swing. Byers picks up the first down and runs it out. Randall Godfrey running out Keith Byers, making his first catch of the day. We were talking last night with Byers, who has been trying to tell his younger teammates on the Patriots not to be intimidated by the Dallas Cowboys. In fact, Keith pointed out that he's had great success here at Texas Stadium as a member of the Eagles, as a member of the Dolphins. 7 wins in 9 games.
The important thing for him at fullback, though, Marvin, is he's a little big back. He's not a good lead blocker. They got to try to find a way to make up for that.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line. Curtis Martin sizing it up, then cutting to his right, met by Casillas and Woodson.
There's a lot of motion by the New England Patriots. Part of that is to try to read the coverage. When the motion goes across, if a quarterback, defensive quarterback, goes with it, many times that indicates man coverage. If he kind of slows up and they just soften a little bit, it sells zone. So there's a reason for all this motion.
I'm surprised he doesn't audible out when he sees all that blitz coming in his face on it.
At least the Patriots have an audible system. Dallas doesn't.
Second down and 9. Bledsoe for the end zone. The leaping attempt. Ben Coates could not get his hands on it, covered by Darren Woodson.
This is where the term "it's a game of inches" came from, right here. One more stride, full extension, reach out. You're talking about one of the best receiving tight ends in the business right there.
And also one of the best covered safeties, too. I mean, he is right there. Bledsoe would have to put that thing perfectly, and Bledsoe knew he was just trying to squeak it in, and no squeak.
Talking about strong safety, Darren Woodson, a Pro Bowl starter for the 3rd straight year. 3rd and 9. And Bledsoe started off under pressure, able to rifle it to Byers, but still short of a first down.
Yeah, that Tony Tolbert amazes me. I mean, he really does. You're talking about a guy on 2 arthritic knees. He wears those black knee sleeves to keep his knees warm so, you know, the fluids don't go crazy. And you know, he's got a sack in each of the last 4 games when they've really needed it, and yeah, he's just stepping up. I mean, you don't coach that. That's just the guy's deciding he's not going to take it.
And he did not practice all week because of the knee problems. This a 30-yard attempt by Vinatieri, who earlier hit from 21. So Adam Vinatieri with 2 field goals. And the Patriots have taken a 6-0 lead. This set up by the interception by Ty Law. 5:56 left, first quarter.
At Transamerica,
We've helped 1 million people live a better life with consumer loans. And millions more plan for retirement. We've provided the security of life insurance for 15 million lives. And provided millions to finance educations. We also underwrite hopes and dreams. Transamerica. Life insurance, retirement plans, commercial and consumer loans.
Ho-ho! Oh, diddly ho-ho! Got your pizza movie, guys.
What?
I got your pizza movie.
What's a pizza movie?
You buy a pizzeria stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut, you get a free rental at Blockbuster. Pizza movie, get it?
Free? How'd you do that?
I'm Santa. I can do anything.
Now at Pizza Hut, buy a large pizzeria stuffed crust pizza for $9.99 and get a certificate for 1 free rental of Blockbuster Video.
This is getting easy.
While the Ford Contour is an engineering marvel on paper, who wants to stay home and read the paper? Experience the quick reflex multi-valve moves of a very different four-door sedan. Ford Contour. One drive will surprise you.
Tonight. So good, I scare myself. Paul Hogan, Cuba Gooding Jr. are putting the wild in the West. Lightning Jack, NBC Tonight.
The Lexus Challenge, hosted by Raymond Floyd, next weekend on NBC.
The New England Patriots with the early lead on the 2 field goals by Adam Vinatieri. 6-0 New England with just under 6 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. And here's Herschel Walker. Oh, he found the opening. Vinatieri is back. Walker inside the 40. It is a foot race. Vinatieri diving to haul him down. Oh.
The kicker ran him down, Marv.
It's a 70-yard kickoff return by Herschel Walker.
Watch Vinatieri at the very end of this, but before he gets there, the key block's up front by the wedge people. Just muscling room for Herschel Walker to find it, and now, actually, Vinatieri doesn't even have the angle on him, Randy.
Closing speed. I've never used the term closing speed with a kicker.
I'm putting him on my fantasy football team tonight.
He's definitely on a defensive stat.
Well, we mentioned earlier that a concern of Bill Parcells. Herschel Walker on the kick return. We saw why, and here's Emmitt Smith trying to get to the outside. Stopped by the free safety, Willie Clay.
Well, there's that lack of acceleration that Emmitt doesn't have with these injuries in the ankles. And, you know, sorry, Marv, but that's lack of missability.
Oh, I see.
I mean, you don't have that missability. You get in the corner here. You know, average backs try to use speed, and Emmitt's got missability and speed.
Emmitt Smith bothered by a sprained right ankle. Comes in 4th in rushing in the NFC, but has certainly had his ups and downs this season. 2nd down and 8. A flag is thrown. And again, Emmitt Smith got the call. Stopped by Ted Johnson.
Offsides on the defense. 5 yards. Repeat 2nd down.
All right, the call on the defense. We'll check in with Greg Gumbel.
All right, Marv, in Carolina, the Panthers jumped on top of Baltimore, but here's Vinny Testaverde, his AFC-leading 30th touchdown pass of the season, a 23-yarder to Michael Jackson in the end zone with the extra point. Baltimore grabs the 7-3 lead on the Carolina Panthers, Marv.
All right, thank you, Greg. Well, it's been a Pro Bowl season for Vinny Testaverde. Just under 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 2nd and 3 down at the 12-yard line. The stutter step by Smith, but has nowhere to go. Stopped in his tracks by the combination of Ted Johnson and Mark Wheeler. Well, coming up next on most of these NBC stations, Game 2 of our NFL doubleheader. Most of you will see an AFC West matchup. The Denver Broncos going up against the Oakland Raiders. Others will see the Chiefs and the Colts, or the Bengals square off against the Oilers. That's coming up next right here on NBC. On a 70-yard kick return by Herschel Walker, setting up this drive. His high this year, an 89-yard kick return. Michael Irvin, Eric Bjornsson, stopped by Ted Johnson.
The quick count, man-to-man coverage. Bjornsson got the angle on Ted Johnson.
Boy, isn't this the area the Cowboys really desperately missed that tight end position? Nobody in the league has suffered more than Barry Switzer's offense without that Jay Novacek type influence in the red zone from the tight end.
You know, you miss a Michael Irving when he misses the first 5 games, but the guy you really miss for the long haul is that thread in the middle of the field that opens up all the other options, the wide receivers and running backs.
It is 4th and less than a yard as the Cowboys go for it. Quarterback sneak by Aikman, and he has the first down.
Quarterback sneak is the call of choice around the league. The more you watch the games, because you don't want any mishandling the ball, but it's also the spot is the crucial thing. Get a big pile up, get any movement at all, you're going to get the first down.
Well, especially with the Dallas Cowboys, Sam. I mean, everybody on defense looks at Darryl Johnston and says, go after Darryl Johnston, he'll take you to the ball. And Emmett says, oh, the heck with a fullback, I don't have to watch him. I'll just follow Donaldson and Big Nate Newton and go behind Larry Allen. I'll get it up front with all those wide derrieres he's got in front of him.
What are they, from Wisconsin?
They always say from
Wisconsin, welcome to our derriere.
If they were wearing white pants, Troy Aikman would think he's at a drive-in movie.
Randy, I'm so sorry that you have to be exposed to Sam. His face is on it. As Aikman throws incomplete, throwing to the end zone.
Aikman's pass intended for Darryl Johnston.
Intended for Darryl Johnston. The Dallas Cowboys have won their last 2 over Washington and Arizona after losing to the Giants at the Meadowlands. A devastating loss for the Cowboys. Last Sunday, they just did get by Arizona 10-6 in Tempe, a game that saw the Cowboys lose 2 fumbles inside the Cardinal 10-yard line. The offense has been sputtering. Smith off the pitch, and he's taken down. Hit from behind, taken for the loss by Ted Johnson.
You know, a week ago, Boomer Esiason, when these Dallas Cowboys played Arizona, got the Dallas defense sleeping a little bit on some quick counts. Here, Dallas tries the same tactic, a quick count. The Patriots are alert, quick contain up. Once you can get them back inside, you can get the rush.
But more importantly, Sam, too, look at the run-through. Talk about having a tendency. Johnson's done his game study. He studied those films. He sees that formation. He just runs through right now, makes a tackle.
It is a 3rd and goal at the 11. Johnston. You hear the chant of Moose from this capacity crowd. Jerome Henderson on the stop. So it is a 4th and goal at the 5. And here comes the field goal unit.
How do you explain to your mom, Sam, how you got the nickname Moose? And why everybody in the country screams it when they see you?
Well, the first thing you do is you exaggerate whatever that story's going to be. He's got a local radio show here in town called the Moose Call, promoting his own name, of course.
And this is a 23-yard field goal attempt by Chris Molio. So the Cowboys on the board with 1:20 left in the first quarter. Patriots lead by 3.
I feel very safe in this car.
People love talking about Ford Taurus.
I mainly bought it for safety and security.
I like the way it looks.
This car has everything I need to fit my lifestyle.
Feels safe, reassuring.
It handles well, it hugs the road. I can turn on a dime.
I finally found a manufacturer who listens to the customer.
Ford Taurus, the best-selling car in America, starting at $18,545.
It's forward-moving, forward-thinking, and I love being a part of that.
You can't beat it. Took it to the next level.
It's always been my way or no way, right? So when I go away, I stay at Super 8. I want it comfortable. Am I right? I want my VIP discount and friendly people. But not too friendly. Life's great at Super 8.
This is my idea of a challenge. So when I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice, that's what I thought I was getting into. What I got was a sure thing. High endurance deodorant. It evaporates less quickly than the leading stick. It also lasts longer and protects better. Old Spice even guarantees it. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a stick of yours. So if you're looking for a real challenge, the sky's the limit. If you're looking for the best deodorant, try high endurance from Old Spice. Because now you've got proof. And a guarantee.
Terrell Bishop is angry and taking to the street again tonight to take it back from pushers and gangs and make it safe for his 4-year-old. Whose side are you on? Terrell is a mad dad, family men who work with local authorities to keep their neighborhoods safe. Not everyone has to take to the streets, but everyone can take a step to help kids. Call us. We're fighting for the children. Whose side are you on?
We welcome you back to Texas Stadium. The usual capacity crowd, better than 65,000 on hand. Dave Megan, Troy Brown are back, waiting for the kick from Bonio. And Megan with the return. Out across the 20. Got to cut inside and then taken down. Alan Campos stopping Megan. He went for 13. We noticed on the last series, Deion Sanders seemed to be struggling, still bothered by the back problem. For more on that, let's check in with John Dockery. John?
You know, Marv, I've been tracking Deion Sanders since the warm-ups. He didn't come out very much in the warm-ups. He took a whirlpool before the game to try to loosen up his back. He's also wearing a back support. If you look closely underneath his uniform, you see that. Also on the bench, he's been trying to stay limber. Probably won't see him much on offense today. He only worked on defense on Friday. Back to you, Marv.
All right, thank you, John. Last week against Arizona, he was injured during the course of the warm-ups. Missed the first 3 quarters of play. Curtis Martin stopped by the combination of Roderick Thomas and Tony Tolbert. It is a short pickup, 3-yard gain, a 2nd down and 7 coming up.
You know, early in the game when Curtis Martin made the run to the left and reversed his field, Deion Sanders came up and tried to make the hit, and you could see right away that he was bending from the waist. Athletes bend at the knees. Watch him bend over as he tries to make the hit right there. Doesn't really get that full extension and uncoil.
2nd and 7. Bledsoe completing to Terry Glenn. Kevin Smith on the stop. Terry Glenn with his 2nd catch, 76 for the season. That is already a rookie record for a wide receiver. And how far has Terry Glenn come? First-round draft pick. Controversial first-round selection. It was clear Bill Parcells preferred a defensive player, then got off to the slow start, pulled a hamstring, hurt it a bit from Parcells, able to handle it. Now Parcells is comparing him to Hall of Famer Paul Warfield. I think Bill has come around on Terry Glenn. Curtis Martin strung out and stopped. The free safety, George Teague, on the tackle as this first quarter winds down. So that's the end of the first here in Dallas, with the New England Patriots leading the Dallas Cowboys 6-3.
Tonight's story, Christmas in Crisis.
No, Putin. Come,
Santa Claus' broken leg leaves Christmas in jeopardy. But the real victims here are the children. Phone calls.
Vad med julafton då där?
Si med en dag. Vår egen website. Jeg ringte IBM. Vi har fått Lotus Domino. Designere, fabrikanter, distributører må jobbe sammen. Alle forsvarlig tilkoblet databasen over internett. Lotus Domino. Og akkurat tidsnok til julaften. Nå skal vi se. Den gutten fortjener ikke stort, hva? Han hjelper moren sin, da. Ja, men da skal han da få en fin gave av meg.
The original import. Taste German beer at its finest. Beck's, America's favorite German beer.
It's over, Decker. Give me the disc.
The Black & Decker Workmate, now with a larger work surface and one-handed clamping.
Show off.
Workmate by Black & Decker.
Back in Dallas, Marv Alberts, Sam Weish, Randy Cross, John Dockery. New England with a 6-3 lead on Dallas, and all New England in the opening quarter. 81-20 in total yards. Emmitt Smith, 5 rushes, 5 yards. That has been it. It is a 2nd and 10 for the Patriots from their 35-yard line as the second quarter gets underway. The screen for Byers, picking up blockers, has the first down and more. Byers running well. Finally taken down by the strong safety Darren Woodson. It is a gain of 20.
Sam, not only a great play, it's set up very nicely by Bledsoe dropping back. Watch Byers' feet right there, 41. Watch his feet when he runs. Do his feet get more than 6 inches off the ground? I mean, you try to come in and hit this guy at the legs. Look at those feet. He's not running. He's shuffling.
He's shuffling. Remember, this is the guy that plays tight end and he plays running back. So he's a natural receiver, but a natural runner, too.
Third catch of the day for Byers. And a first down at the 45-yard line. Curtis Martin trying to accelerate, met by Tony Tolbert.
Running right up the middle, and this is what Deion Sanders told us Friday he wanted to force the Patriots to do, that they would take care of. Deion and Smith would take care of the wide receivers, let those safeties come up, help on the running game, force them to play between the numbers.
Well, I think he's absolutely right. If I'm New England and Bill Parcells, I run inside. There's no Leon Lent. You got a Childress in there on and off who hasn't played football this year for about a week or so, about 10 days. Go inside.
Second down and 5. Again, Byers. Submarine, but has another first down. Hit by Deion Sanders. We were talking with Deion the other day at practice, and he has such respect for the skills of Drew Bledsoe. He says Drew is a receiver's dream, although he made it clear that he has not faced a secondary like the Dallas Cowboys.
Drew Bledsoe acknowledges that. He thinks this is the best secondary he's going to face, and you see him throwing a lot of balls short to the tight end, running back positions. Watch right at the end. Watch Deion wasn't going to take on Keith Byers one-on-one up high.
He will live to fight another day. Yes.
And a first down play for Curtis Martin. Martin tried a couple of shoulder head fakes. George Teague did not go for it.
Well, you brought up a good point with Deion talking about going, outside, keeping them going outside and coming inside. And looks like Bledsoe and the offensive coaches are saying, well, fine, if you don't want the receivers going outside, we'll swing old Byers out there and maybe Coates and whatnot and get our other guys on the outside.
Part of the game is adjusting during the course or after the ball is kicked off, adjusting to what the strategy of the opponent is. And we're seeing it happen right here by both teams.
Second down and 9 at the Dallas 24. Big hole for Martin.
Now in that case, this is the Patriots doing exactly what the Dallas Cowboys were trying to force them to do, but the Patriots are winning on this score.
Remember what we said, Sam, inside. You go in there, you count on the defense pursuing and going backside and let Martin make a cutback. That's just going inside and getting some great blocking, man-on-man blocking, just hat-on-hat.
9 carries, 45 yards for Curtis Martin. It's a third and about a yard down at the 16. And it is back to Martin, but he's stopped. Ball may have been knocked free. Cowboys say they have it. Chad Hennings was able to grab the football. Yes, they do. The Dallas Cowboys have recovered the fumble by Curtis Martin. Chad Hennings, in his 5th season out of the Air Force Academy, coming up with that loose ball.
The engineers at the Pontiac Grand Am designed cars for people who get a kick out of driving, complete with a powertrain built to precise aerospace tolerances. And that's kept more Grand Ams tearing along even after 11 years than any car in its class. So buy a Grand Am for a good time. Have it around for a good long time. Grand Am, built for kicks, built for keeps. Starting around 15.2.
In a moment, the sun rises. In a moment, your best friend gets married. The times of our lives happen in a moment. And more people keep track of these moments with a watch made by Citizen. Citizen, how the world tells time.
If you got a beard, we've got your number. The adjustable Maverick Beard and Mustache Trimmer with 6 different settings. Man, does this do a number on beards. Maverick from Norelco.
Only from Domino's, new garlic crunch crust pizza, roasted garlic. Baked right into our classic hand-tossed dough, then sprinkled with Parmesan crunchies all around the edge. It's a delicate blend of herbs and garlic in every bite of our delicious steaming crust. Call now and get a large one topping just $9.99. New garlic crunch crust for a limited time only.
For hot and wild, call Domino's.
The NFL on NBC is brought to you by Pontiac and your local Pontiac dealer. We are driving excitement. By the adjustable Maverick beard and mustache trimmers from Norelco. By Interstate Batteries, power, fast, built to last. And by Compact. Has it changed your life yet?
Well, last night, Bill Parcells told us that his club was not sharp last week, although they beat the Jets 34-10. But he said if they play like that, they will not beat the Cowboys. And he was very upset a moment ago about that. The fumble by Curtis Martin, only his third of the season, which is a low number when you consider how often he carries the ball. So the Cowboys take over at their 17-yard line. Patriots with a 6-3 lead. And the completion to Michael Irvin for a Dallas first down. It's good for 13.
And back to the fumble, you're going to see Darren Woodson coming right up through this hole right here. Deion Sanders told us, we'll take care of the wide receivers. We don't need those sneaking safeties helping us. Keep them up around the ball, stopping the run.
Hey, we've been talking about fundamentals. You know, that's ball maintenance. Hey, you want to be Curtis Martin to go to the sideline and tell this guy, but coach, it's only my third fumble.
Right. That looked like an Andrew Galata low blow thrown by Parcells on the sideline. First down play, Emmitt Smith looking for the hole, and that's his best run of the day. And here's it from this crowd. Merrick Collins on the stop.
Willie Clay comes up really fast and hard from the safety, and it does a good job containing, forcing Emmitt back inside, but there's no help.
We're going to see a little missability too, Sam. I mean, he makes some people stop and go.
Here's the hole. Ted Johnson wasn't able to stay on his feet. We had a little sleet early before the game. I don't think it's slick footing out there, though.
Second down and 2. And Smith looking for the first down. Emmitt Smith last week against the Cardinals managed only 70 yards on 27 carries, trying to get it into it here in the second quarter after the slow start, and he did pick up the first down. 7 carries, just 16 yards. And the report from the field from John Dockery, who part-time works for the Weather Channel, is it is now raining.
Is he under or out of the hole in the roof?
Does he know to come in out of the rain? Is that what you're asking?
First down at the 41-yard line. A marker is thrown. Penalty is down. Pass intended for Darrell Johnston, covered by Ted Johnson.
That penalty happened before the throw.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Number 79 of the offense. 10 yards. Repeat first down.
I tell you, the officials all year long have been all over Eric Williams about this. It's one of his first moves. Last year it drove Reggie White crazy at Green Bay. Watch him. Watch his hand, right hand. Yep. It's his first move. He does it every play. They could call that on a passing play, I think, at least half the time against Dallas.
The rule, though, generally is if it's an incidental hit and you pull away quickly, they're not going to call it. But most of the time, that means if you hit up somewhere else first, it slides up and then you come away. That was an initial hit.
Oh, that's what we're thinking of, you call.
Okay. So a first and 20 at the 31. 5 minutes in. Oh, big hit on Emmitt Smith by Chad Eaton. Very quick to get to the ball carrier. Chad Eaton, in his first year out of Washington State, a guy who's been around. He spent time with the Jets, Browns, the Cardinals, and Eaton with the stop of Smith.
Well, he's a high energy, good motor guy, 90 right there. Take a look at what he does. See how they make a big deal about this guy dyeing his hair all the time. It's blue and it's white and it's green. And he's trying to imitate America's favorite chia pet, Dennis Rodman, I think.
Randy taking a little blind side shot here.
And chia pets, one of my favorite gifts.
Second and 21 from the 30. Aikman in trouble and hauled down. Second sack of the day for the Patriots, and Willie McGinnis adds adds to his sack total. That's 9.5 for the season. He leads the team.
Now, Troy Aikman told us that in playing these guys in the preseason, they don't have a lot of big-name guys. They just play well together. Everybody does their job. Willie McGinnis, speed move up the outside against Tunney, chasing him down, and if you can't find somebody to throw it to and you can't get the ball up, you better take the sack.
Hey, I tell you, nothing fires up a defensive guy either than hearing a quarterback say, you know, they don't have very many big-name guys.
Right.
You know, recognize me now?
It is now a 3rd and 28 back of the 23. Aikman able to avoid the pressure to find Smith. And Emmett Smith runs it across the 30-yard line, met by Jerome Henderson. And that will bring on the punting unit.
That time they moved Willie McGinnis, who just got a sack from the right side, moved him over to the left side and let him work on Eric Williams a little bit.
I think he'd like that matchup a lot better on Tunney than he will on Eric Williams. Eric Williams is a flat-out, get-in-your-face, pound-you-into-the-dirt football player. It's a lot friendlier on the other side with Tunney.
And 328 pounds of that pounding, too.
That's what he admits to.
Trying to look behind John Jett. Good one. Megan. He eludes the tackler. He's in across the 25-yard line. So Megan taken out by Randall Godfrey. 50-yard punt, 11-yard return.
What do you see?
Just a bunch of stuff from Staples.
A brother label maker. I could use that. All right, a brother fax. Oh, a brother typewriter. A water gun.
Busted.
Get Brother products at the guaranteed low price and 7,000 other great gift ideas. Staples. Yeah, we've got that.
Take a stroll down memory lane at the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
You crushed my knee. Was your toes? You broke my ribs.
It was your nose.
Ah, yes. I remember it well. You sacked me once.
I sacked you twice.
In pouring rain.
No, it was nice.
Ah, yes.
But when you go, don't forget your Visa card, because the Hall takes the NFL's best, but not American Express.
See ya, Nitschke.
It's Butkus.
Ah, yes.
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Our race commemorates Sir Whitmore's ill-fated expedition to the North Pole. He was told he would have better grip with wide snowshoes, but he insisted on thin. He learned a hard lesson. Wider is better.
Introducing the new Wide Track Grand Prix. Its wheels are set wide for better grip to make tracks in any weather.
The spirit still calls.
The new Wide Track Grand Prix from Pontiac. Wider is better.
Ho, ho, ho. What would you children like for Christmas?
Lots and lots of snow.
In L.A.? What about you?
How about courtside seats?
This is tougher than I thought. Anybody else?
How about a Christmas Day doubleheader on NBC?
That I can do.
Lakers, Suns, Pistons, Bulls, a primetime Christmas gift from NBC.
Lots of ways to coach special teams. Billy Davis is coached to take a shot. He's the first one down. Just create something, let everybody else react. That's what happened here, but Megan was too quick.
And the Patriots start out from the 27-yard line. A nice hole. Curtis Martin stopped by Deion Sanders. So Patriots going right back to Martin after he fumbled earlier. Let's check in with Greg Gumbel. Greg?
All right, Marvin, in Carolina, the Panthers have jumped back into the league. Anthony Johnson from 2 yards out gives the Carolina Panthers, with the extra point, a 10-7 lead now on the Baltimore Ravens. Still plenty of time remaining in the first half, Marv.
All right, thank you, Greg. 7.5 remaining, first half here in Dallas. Patriots 6, Cowboys 3. The Patriot defense doing the job thus far in this first half. They've stopped Emmitt Smith. They've come up with 2 sacks. Here's Bledsoe off the mark, intended for Byers, and Darren Smith, the weak side linebacker, was thinking interception.
Well, he was, but you know, the Patriots are getting a good read as to what's happening early right here. The motion is helping them. When the motion starts across right here, watch Deion Sanders. He doesn't go with it. It's tipping the quarterback that there's a zone. And see everybody playing the zone in back behind it. Ball is just off target, almost intercepted. Could have been.
3rd and 6 from the 31. Bledsoe, 7 of 14 for 76 yards. Gets the time, loops it, Very tough for Mega to do anything with that as he's taken out of bounds. And it is well short of a first down.
That was all set up, though, by Deion Sanders and the job he did in his coverage. I mean, he jammed the receiver. They wanted to go to Sean Jefferson on a quick slant. He jammed him right out of that.
They bump and run or press, jam all day long. They don't want you to know if it's man or zone by their alignment.
Well, Kelvin Martin is back deep for Tom Tupa, who's having an outstanding season. Here's Martin, product of Boston College, taken down at the 30-yard line. A 48-yard punt by Tupa, 9-yard return. We'll be back in Dallas in a moment.
If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear just as long as you stand.
Peace of mind from Buick LeSabre.
Stand by me.
A lot of people my age set off on cruises around the world. Now, I set off on a second career. Hi, guys. Of course, my Dean Witter Broker's impeccable investment advice prepared me for any sort of retirement I chose. And I chose to start over with a business of my own.
Wait a minute, are you sure you're old enough to be here?
That's my idea of a fascinating adventure.
At Dean Witter, we measure success one investor at a time.
No matter what kind of call your business makes, AT&T stands behind it. This is the most powerful communications network in the world. And if your call ever runs into trouble, the network sends you around it. Or if a cable gets cut, it won't affect you. No other network handles so much business, and no other network guarantees all of it. Only AT&T stands behind every kind of call your business makes. Where does your phone company stand? AT&T, for the life of your business.
Coming up next on the NFL on NBC, it's do or die for Haas and the Raiders as they face their arch rivals, the Broncos. Or two teams thinking postseason clash when the Colts collide with the Chiefs. Or the Oilers must win to stay alive as they battle the Bengals. Game 2 next on NBC.
Back in Dallas, Marv Albert, Sam Weiss, Randy Cross. Randy doing his 9th football game the last 3 days. Direct from San Diego, Chicago yesterday, working with Charlie Jones. Penalty flags are thrown.
False start, number 81. 5 yards. It's still first down.
Ty.J. Armstrong called for the false start. Well, tonight on Dateline, you're holiday shopping and you were just overcharged. Find out how Dateline's hidden cameras caught them in the act again and again and made one of your favorite stores change its ways. An undercover investigation. Watch Dateline tonight right here on NBC. A 1st and 15 at the 26-yard line. 6:42 to go. First half, Patriots 6 and the Cowboys 3. Dallas tries to get Emmitt Smith rolling. So Smith able to get up to the 30-yard line, met by the combination of Willie McGinnis and Ted Johnson. Talking with Barry Switcher Friday after practice, he was telling us that today's game is of such significance to him because with the win, he'd be able to approach next week's finale against the Redskins as a bye. He wants to rest people, and he'd like to sit out some people who are hurt, like Emmitt Smith and Eric Bjornsson, Tony Tolbert. Also, he'd like to play Sherman Williams next week, but needs the win here today. Leaping catch by Irvin, short of the first down, hit by Ty Law.
Ty Law is covering Irving all over the field. They hit that slant for a big 50-yarder last week against Arizona to win the ball game.
And where he puts it is important, Sam. I mean, the guy this big and physical, you don't put it at the numbers, you put it up where he gets his hands on it, just like last week. Aeneas Williams, one of the best cover guys in the league, couldn't bring him down last week, and it resulted in a touchdown.
And even that tackle around the waist, you're right. He's up above everybody else with a catch.
Michael Irvin with his 4th reception of the day, but 2 yards short of a first down. You saw Aikman pull out. Heard the groan from the crowd. Off the swing, Emmitt Smith, though, is able to break tackles. That looked like a busted play. Ty Law, the stop of Smith.
Well, Ray Donaldson gave him that ball, I think, a little bit. Either he gave him the ball early or only 9 guys didn't have the snap count.
I think it was the former. Sometimes that center will pull it up. You see the quarterback's hands weren't ready. Troy Aikman wasn't ready. He made something happen, though. Now, this is why Emmitt Smith is such a great runner. Watch right here. Everybody else thinks it's over except him.
But you see the defense? I mean, Mike Jones there, number 96, was coming in kind of almost like half speed, expecting a flag to have been thrown.
Never concede a tackle.
So the first down picked up by the Cowboys. And here's Smith again, this time finding the running room. Willie Clay from free safety to make the tackle.
You know, people make a lot about, where do you run if you're Dallas most of the time? Most of the time, surprisingly, they start at the right side where Eric Williams and Larry Allen are. But the reason Emmitt can break back so well to his left is because Tuanay and Newton back there are great backside run blockers, sealing that backside like that play.
That was a huge pickup on the swing pass to Smith. It was good for 21 yards on the first down. 2nd and 2 now. And now the hold for Smith on the left side. And has a first down inside the 25-yard line. Lawyer Malloy on the tackle. And for the first time today, you have the sense that the Cowboys have something going.
And that big offensive line will wear you down. This is happening earlier in the game than I'm sure the Patriots wanted it to. But this is just a big offensive line giving Emmitt Smith an opening, just cutting behind. And you're talking about the cutback blocks or the backside blocks, how important they are. They're just as important as the point of attack blocks because the runner is going to bend back half the time.
Well, these guys are like full eclipse. I mean, they envelop defensive guys.
Again, Smith running very well. Malloy on the tackle. Emmitt Smith ramming his way. Now 12 carries, 44 yards, picked up another 8.
Hey, that's what Dallas is talking about. And Emmitt's still down, got some pretty good contact at the end of that play. But watch these guys in the white jerseys. Helmet on helmet. Look at big Nate Newton. Not very good technique on Ted Johnson. But people don't get off those big bodies. When they do get off, they're trying to grab Emmitt with an arm. And you can lose an arm trying to grab Emmitt.
And Emmitt shaken up. When we come back, a 2nd and 2 down at the 16, 3:10 left, first half.
I don't have to go to Pamplona to run with the Bulls. I am already. I'm the IS director. On one hand, I'm watching costs like they're my children. On the other, buying computer systems compatible with ones that aren't even out yet. I don't need to grab the bull by the horns. I already have.
Where is enterprise computing headed? Look to where the leaders of the PC revolution are taking it.
In a moment, the sun rises. In a moment, your best friend gets married. The times of our lives happen in a moment. And more people keep track of these moments with a watch made by Citizen. Citizen, how the world tells time.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. Oh,
Feeling safe, being secure. It's why more families rely on Buick LeSabre than any other full-size sedan. Peace of mind from LeSabre.
Come on, we can get it.
Dude, go for it.
Are you crazy? Got it. Santa is not gonna like this.
Take an elf home for the holidays on special cans from Pepsi. Right now, when you buy Pepsi, you can get $5 back on Microsoft CD-ROMs. It's a steal.
This is the NFL on NBC.
On the Dallas sideline, they're still checking out Emmitt Smith. Sherman Williams replacing Emmitt. And got the call. Stopped by Todd Collins. Sherman Williams, second-year man from Alabama, second-round draft pick last season. And they are short of a first down.
Yeah, they're working, Sam, on that right shoulder of Emmitt Smith. All three of those big plays He went barreling into the tackler. Watch Lawyer Malloy. He finally gets lower than Emmett.
Right.
But watch the right shoulder.
Emmitt Smith attacks the tackler. This is the first time that the tackler got as low as he did, and that resulted in the shoulder.
All right, Aikman now with a 3rd and about 4, going with the 4 wideouts. Off the play fake, in trouble, can't find anybody and just throws it away. In the area of Billy Davis, but it looked like Aikman wanted to throw it away, and the field goal unit will check in. Chris Bonio will look to tie the game.
Well, Sam, if you're playing the Dallas Cowboys, I'm sure you wouldn't mind seeing Troy Aikman running around and not standing back there with his feet planted trying to throw a pass.
That's not their plan, I can tell you that. To the credit of the Patriots right there, they held their coverage a long time. Sometimes you pull off on your coverage and those completions are made.
36-yard attempt, earlier hit from 23, and gunning for his 24th in a row. It is good. So Bonio has tied the game. The NFL record, incidentally, 31 straight by Fuad Reves of the Vikings back in 1994. We'll be right back.
What would you call a guy who came up and tapped you on the shoulder and asked you to step outside? Well, if you'd had a few too many at the party, and the same guy asked for your car keys and got you home safely, you ought to call him your best friend. He'd sure be a friend of mine.
51 yards using 9 plays, 4 minutes 36 seconds.
2 minutes 6 seconds remaining in this first half. You see Emmitt Smith heading back to the locker room. We're told he suffered a stinger to the right shoulder and will return.
The stinger is it's a nerve. You're pitching the nerve in that shoulder. And as we mentioned, on all those carries prior to the last one where he hit Lawyer Malloy, he was delivering the blow underneath the pads of the tackler. Lawyer Malloy hit him shoulder pad to shoulder pad.
Emmitt Smith got off to a slow start, then came on that last Dallas drive, ending up with the field goal kick by Bonio. Here is the kickoff to the combination of Dave Meggett and Troy Brown. It is Meggett out to the 20 and taken down at the 24-yard line. Only a 16-yard return by Meggett. Just under 2 minutes left in the first half. The game is tied at 6.
KFC presents
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
Bringing It Home. In Super Bowl 27, the Dallas Cowboys reestablished themselves as America's team by completely dominating the Bills. The Cowboys corralled the Super Bowl record 9 takeaways to help capture their first of 3 Super Bowl titles in the 90s.
And Dallas, your Cowboys are the champion.
Dear Santa.
You have a lot of things on your list?
Perhaps you heard about these Colonel's Crispy Strips from KFC. Mom, where's the North Pole? Juicy, all-white meat chicken, freshly prepared.
How's Santa gonna bring all those things here?
They're good enough to be a meal. So stop at my house first. Everybody else is just serving cookies. Everybody needs a little KFC.
Now get 3 Colonel's Crispy Strips, mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, just $2.99.
You know, racing for interstate means my battery has enough power to run my car, as well as some other race necessities, like this mini fridge, track lighting, my foot massager, a window unit. And for those long races, who could forget the espresso maker? Heck, I even had a big screen put in for my friends.
Interstate batteries, power fast, built to last.
Hey, Bobby, the burrito's done yet?
What separates the boys from the men? Men register with Selective Service when they turn 18. That's how they stay eligible for student loans, federal jobs, and job training. Hey, it's what a man's got to do.
Well, coming up, the Domino's Pizza NFL on NBC halftime report. Greg Gumbel, Joe Gibbs, Mike Ditka, Chris Collinsworth will have all the scores and highlights, plus a preview of the Oakland-Denver game, the second half of our twin bill. Cowboys and Patriots tied at 6. New England back to the offense. Screenplay for Curtis Martin. And reaches to the 30-yard line, short of the first down. Casillas, Schwantz combined to make the stop.
Safe throw there. We're in a 2-minute situation, but we're in the early end of it. You want to move the ball, go down and score points, but you don't want to leave any time left for the opponent.
Magic number for New England coming into today is 2. Any combination of 2 Patriot wins or Steelers losses gives them home field for the divisional game to New England marching again. And that, of course, means a first-round bye. If the Cowboys win here today, they clinch the NFC East for the 5th straight season. And as we discussed earlier with the Dallas Cowboys, despite all the problems and that it has been this season, they are still considered a very dangerous team. The biggest challenge, handling the off-field problem, from Michael Irvin's legal troubles for possession of illegal drugs to his suspension, and then Leon Lett's recent suspension, and that obviously a very damaging blow to Leon Lett personally and to the Dallas Cowboys.
You know, Barry Switzer's taking a lot of heat over that too. I mean, but you know, people say that the team, the players only run the Dallas Cowboys. You know, what is Barry Switzer's job? But you look at Barry's record throughout his career, Barry Switzer wins. A lot of people don't like how he wins, but I think it's his biggest challenge of his coaching career is trying to focus this football team right now and try to kind of, I don't know, lasso in these team leaders and get them all going in the same direction.
Well, he's 12-4, 12-4, and sitting here with 5 losses this year, but he does win, and he knows how to handle those problems apparently.
Well, Bledsoe's pass draws the flag. It was intended for Glenn. Darren Smith on the coverage. It is an interference call.
This one could go either way. He had both guys jockeying for position. It's going to go against the defense.
Pass interference. Number 59 of the defense. First down.
Sam, you said a game of matchups. And is this a great matchup for New England or what? I mean, this is a smart play by Smith, actually just reaching out and grabbing him, because Glenn's about to go by him in a blur. And Smith's one of the fastest linebackers in the league.
But still no contest to Terry Glenn. And if you know you're going to get beat for a touchdown, commit the foul. That's a good rule to have.
5th penalty on Dallas. Patriots hit with only 1 and a first down at the 47. The deep back pedal by Bledsoe, and he just throws it to the sideline. Throws it away.
Great play, though, by Curtis Martin. Did he save Drew Bledsoe a facial?
Yeah, he won't remember the play, but he did. That's a tremendous contact. A blitz. Curtis Martin stepped up to make the pickup, but let's watch what happens after the contact.
Wait, what do you call this here, Sam?
Curtis is coming from here.
Putting a guy right on your back?
There he is, right there. Oh! Fred Strickland got the best of Curtis, but they got the pass off.
A 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line. And Bledsoe coming up short, intended for Glenn, covered by Godfrey. Getting back to the point a moment ago regarding the Cowboys, there has to be much concern, though, by the NFL. This is a Cowboy franchise that has had 5 players suspended 6 times altogether over the last 3 years.
Well, I would, if I was the Cowboys, I'd count on an awful lot of time spent with the NFL office and people around my facility as soon as this season's over. I mean, you can't make enough of this situation. Believe me, the league will.
You know, they have people to help their players, too. It's not like they're oblivious to this. In fact, this coming Monday, they have their regularly scheduled meeting with a drug specialist that's going to try to help them with the temptations that all of these players deal with. Remember, these are young guys with money and opportunity.
Timeout has been taken by the Patriots. Sam, you went through this with the Cincinnati Bengals on the eve of the Super Bowl in 1988. Right. Fullback Stanley Wilson battling a drug problem.
You know, that was it was a Super Bowl 23. We had a good week of practice. There was a good week of practice for Stanley Wilson as well. He had his family out there the day before for the walkthrough. Absolutely no warning that he was in trouble. He had had a drug problem before. He had tried to beat it, but the drug was too powerful for him. And that's what these guys deal with. You know, there's a difference between an addict, a guy that actually has to have it in his blood all the time, and a user or somebody that's just getting started. Once you get to that point that you're an addict, I don't think you ever tip anybody off. It's coming again.
A minute 2 remaining first half. Cowboys and Patriots tied at 6. 3rd and 10 for New England at the Dallas 47. And Bledsoe throwing deep. It is intercepted. Roger Hopper with a second pick of the year. Intended for Sean Jefferson. Hopper with the interception and a 16-yard return.
Well, remember, Sam, trying to force him to throw that ball in the middle of the field, and I guess the idea is to throw it to the middle of the field when it's your guy that's in the middle of the field, but there was nobody in a New England jersey near this one.
You know, a general rule is any time you've got a safety in the middle of the field, you don't throw the ball deep down the middle. If the ball's in the air too long, he can get to it. Bledsoe either never saw him or thought he could get to the speed receiver, Sean Jefferson.
It is only the 11th interception of the season thrown by Bledsoe. Cowboys from their 31. 45 seconds to go in the half. The swing to Johnston. And Darrell Johnston stopped by Ty Law. That's his second catch of the day. Couldn't get out of bounds. Clock is running.
Here's when an Irvin is his most dangerous. He's looking for somebody to let down.
Cowboys do have 3 timeouts remaining. They have all their timeouts. Look out, and Aikman is taken down. 3rd sack of the day by the Patriots.
Martune got beat again. Now, this is an obvious passing situation. They're coming up the field, and they're coming in a hurry. And in a 2-minute situation, many times, you go on the same count every time. It gives a little bit of the edge to the pass rush coming from the backside. That time it was Chris Slade who's in there in the nickel.
And Aikman did a good job holding on to that ball. That's a big physical quarterback that can hold that ball, get hit from behind.
So Slade with a 7th sack of the season. The Cowboys just run out the clock at the half here in Dallas. Cowboys and Patriots are tied at 6. Now let's go to Greg Gumbel at our studio in New York.